Hello everybody, and welcome back to another DM's Guild review. We're going to be talking about 5 more free adventures for your tale, and let's get right into it. Our first adventure is only 3 pages, and that's the Feywild Exorcism by Richard Thompson. And it's for an intermediate level adventurer party, so I'm going to guess anywhere between 3 and 8. In the realm where magic and mischief intertwine, there was a young girl named Nadia Van Haren, born to a family of minor nobles. She was a beacon of innocence, her heart as pure as the morning dew, but as fate would have it, a malevolent spirit from the Feywild crept into her dreams, filling her nights with torment and trickery. Desperate to save their child, Nadia's parents sought the aid of Daedra Farlane, a kind-hearted cleric known for her expertise in matters beyond mortal comprehension. The cleric, well-versed in rituals and ancient lore, posed a plan to save Nadia from the grasp of the wicked spirit. With a soft smile, she explained that she would perform a complex exorcism to cleanse the child, sending the evil energies back to the Feywild. But such a ritual would not be without its dangers, for opening a portal to the Feywild could draw forth unexpected threats. Thus, Daedra sought the help of a group of skilled adventurers to protect her and Nadia during the exorcism. As the first whispers of Daedra's chant echoed through the room, a golden portal shimmered to life. Visions of enchanted forests and mesmerizing mountains filled the air, giving a glimpse of the beauty that lay beyond. The adventurers stood guard, their eyes scanning the surroundings for signs of danger. The ritual had begun, and time was of the essence. With each encounter, the group fought valiantly, amassing exorcism points that would hasten the ritual's completion. From fearsome beasts to twisted apparitions, the adventurers faced them all, determined to see the child cleansed of her torment. And the last creature fell. The room reverberated with the energy of 30 exorcism points, signaling the ritual's end. The golden portal flickered and closed, leaving behind a hushed silence. But this tranquility was short-lived, for in the next instance, a dark gateway erupted into existence. Grenwen the Cracked, a sinister night hag who had laid claim to Nadia's soul, emerged from the depths of her twisted realm. Her eyes gleamed with malice as she revealed her hearthstone, a talisman that would grant her escape should she face defeat. The battle that followed was fierce and unforgiving. The adventurers strained against the hag's powerful magic, their weapons slicing through the air as they fought to protect both Daedra and Nadia. Daedra's healing touch aided her allies as the struggle wore on, granting them the strength to continue their fight. With a final, resounding strike, the hag was defeated. The dark portal collapsed, leaving the room behind in a soft glow of fading sun. Nadia, her eyes fluttering open, awoke from her nightmare. Tears of relief streamed down her parents' cheeks, their gratitude immeasurable as they showered the adventurers with praise and reward. But the tale did not end there, for Grenwen the Cracked, her plans foiled and her pride wounded, vowed revenge on those who crossed her path. And so, the seed of a new adventure was sown, a tale of retribution and redemption that would test the mettle of the heroes who saved Nadia Van Haren. So that was kind of a cool adventure. 3 pages, and there's a lot that you can get out of that. It can be something super small or just seen as a various amount of challenges one after another. But I really like this. Big things come in small packages, huh? Oh, God. All right, moving on to DM's Guild review number 2. We've got Seldom Spring, A Place to Rest Between Adventures by Barry Dorr. And this is gonna be something that's a little bit different too. It's not an adventure per se. It's your home base, your hometown, a place to rest. And this is what it could look like. Seldom Springs is a warm and inviting establishment nestled at the edge of a tranquil forest, with a babbling brook running nearby. The tavern's exterior is made of weathered wooden planks and adorned with a whimsical sign depicting a playful spring sprite. The roof is covered in thatch, with a wisp of smoke rising from the chimney, signaling the comforting hearth inside. Upon entering the tavern, the visitors are greeted by a lively and welcoming atmosphere. The soft, golden light from hanging lanterns illuminates the cozy interior, casting a warm glow on the patrons as they share stories, laughter, and camaraderie. The air is filled with the aroma of freshly baked breads, savory stews, and the occasional tang of some spiced ale. A fire crackles in the large stone hearth, casting dancing shadows on the walls, adorned with various mementos and trophies from the past adventurers. Dirk Seldom, the tavern's proprietor, is a charismatic and amiable man with the talent for storytelling. He takes great pride in sharing the tales of the many adventurers who have passed through Seldom Spring, regaling listeners with their triumphs and tragedies. Some of his favorite adventures just happen to be of the Feathered Hat. This tale tells a fateful encounter with a fearsome beholder that resulted in the sudden and tragic demise of a halfling named Hanjo. The feathered hat hanging on the wall serves as a somber reminder of his fate, a dear friend to Dirk Seldom. The Raccoon Mask, the story of a young gnomish cleric named Acorn who served Beveran Wanderwill and met his end while emulating a raccoon during a battle against troglodytes. The Raccoon Mask on display is a testament to his bravery and his madness. A wooden doll behind the bar, Jambaya, a cheerful goblin who was once a captive of the Ripped Bearded tribe, found solace in the friendship of a gentle orc named Dapa. The wooden doll is her cherished childhood possession, reminding her of Dapa's kindness. And even the tavern sign, a relic from a dangerous rescue mission to save Jambaya from a mad friend named Daratin, who kidnapped her and took her to a tavern filled with disreputable magicians. The sign of Hadar's arms is a trophy and a reminder of the harrowing adventure. Seldom Springs is a haven for adventurers where they can find respite for their perilous journeys and enjoy the camaraderie of fellow traders. The stories within these walls weave a rich tapestry, and you might be a part of that too. So what do you guys think about that? It's just a home base. It gives you a lot of NPCs to be able to interact with. If you wanted adventures kind of a part of it, it gives you some at the end of this PDF too. So this is kind of a cool place to be. If you didn't have a home base for your parties, you do now. Our next adventure is A Stop on the Road by Gregory Philpotts, a short adventure for 3 to 5 players of 1st to 3rd level. In a quiet, rustic village nestled between vast fields and the shadows of a dense forest, a group of adventurers gathered. They were summoned by Gudar, the village elder, to uncover the dark secrets lurking within an ancient ruin on the outskirts of the forest. The locals whispered of strange, flickering lights that haunted the stone, and a feeling of unease spread through the village like a thick fog. The adventurers were promised a handsome reward for their efforts, and they agreed to end the villagers' distress. The group set out from the village with 2 paths before them, a well-maintained toll road or a treacherous journey through the forest in hopes of finding a hidden ford. The choice was theirs. Opting for their easier route, they followed the toll road, taking in the scenery, beauty, and the rural landscape. To their amusement, a stubborn goat began to follow them, persistently keeping its distance and even crossing the toll bridge with him, incurring an additional fee as well on the party. Once the group crossed the river, they ventured into the forest, where the atmosphere quickly shifted from welcoming to ominous. As they pressed on, the adventurers stumbled upon a goblin riding a warg, lurking in the undergrowth. Waiting to ambush them, a fierce battle ensued, but the group emerged victorious, sending a clear message to any other would-be threats. Continuing deeper into the woods, the adventurers finally discovered the ruins. As they approached, an eerie green light danced around the stone archway, casting unsettling shadows upon the ground. Upon entering, the group's arcane spellcaster sensed a buildup of magical energy, ancient and powerful. The flickering green light now took on a sickly yellow hue as they ventured further, with the air thickening with an aura of necromancy. The adventurers cautiously explored the burial chambers, uncovering hidden passages and encountering traps along the way. They discovered a large terracotta urn adorned with intricate patterns, containing a set of gold and turquoise jewelry. The true prize awaited them in the depths of the ruin. As the group entered the ritual chamber, they were met with a chilling sight. A young man in a black robe, Impy Gawkins, stood before them, consumed by madness and obsessed with necromancy. As the adventurers prepared for battle, Impy casts a spell, drawing the sickly yellow light into 4 piles of bones that animate into fearsome skeletons. The room erupted into chaos, and the adventurers fought, both Impy and his skeletal minions. The battle raged on as it soon became clear that Impy was no match for the group. Desperate to avoid death, he attempted to flee, but the adventurers captured him before he could escape, and the skeletons were vanquished where they stood. The dark energy that had engulfed the ruins began to dissipate. The group returned to the village, proudly displaying the evidence of their triumph. Full for their efforts, the villagers rewarded them with gold, free services, and supplies for the next journey. However, whispers soon began to spread that the magical phenomenon that they encountered at these ruins are not unique to this location. A sense of unease lingered in the air as the adventurers prepared to set out, driven by curiosity and the promise of untold mystery. So I really like that one too. If you wanted to have a necromancy fight where it's super anticlimactic and then you finally hear his name and his name is Impy Gawkins. I love it. Moving on to our very next story, it's Weather the Storm by Moro Gauch. I've done so many stories by this guy, I had to check to make sure I haven't done this already. It's for 6th to 7th level characters, everybody. And this takes place in the remote town of Donasa. Nestled at the foot of a mountain range, a once peaceful village faced an unprecedented calamity. A fierce blizzard had engulfed the town, threatening the lives of its inhabitants. The town's only hope was their beloved protector, Anna Jannar, a skilled storm mage living in her tower at the edge of the village. The townspeople were desperate, so they called upon a group of brave adventurers to investigate the tower and uncover the source of the raging storm. As the adventurers trudged through the relentless snow, they finally reached Anna's tower, its entrance buried under a thick blanket of white. Above the tower, the sky was an inky black, and the howling wind sounded like the furious roar of a beast. With no response from Anna, the party managed to enter the guest house, which was curiously empty. They found a guest book filled with praises for Anna's intellect and some simple snow shovels and winter supplies under one of the beds. Determined to find answers, the party decided to dig their way into the tower itself. The entrance was unlocked and an eerie silence greeted them. As they began to explore, they encountered Anna, a disheveled woman with a nervous yet authoritative air about her. She welcomed the party into her home and showed them her magical instruments and a smaller version of the Stone of Sending, a mysterious pillar standing in the center of Donasa. The reason for Anna's nervousness lay hidden in the tower's cellar. The night before, she had bound an air elemental to her equipment, channeling its primordial energy into her bloodstream through a hidden syringe in her bracer. This experiment, however, was far from ethical, and she knew it. Her actions had attracted the attention of other elementals, whose gathering at the tower caused the blizzard. Now with the party in her home, she was unsure what to do. Anna eventually revealed her plan to lure the giant elemental, the Eye of the Storm. Hopefully it would end the blizzard. Faced with a moral dilemma, the adventurers were torn between stopping Anna's cruel experiment or helping her in the battle against the elemental. They ultimately choose to stand by Anna, believing that defeating the Eye of the Storm was the only way to save the village. Together they ascended to the top of the tower, where Anna unveiled a massive platform and summoned the Eye of the Storm with a lightning-charged metal spike. A titanic battle ensued, with the adventurers and Anna fighting valiantly against the formidable elemental. Through their combined efforts, they managed to vanquish the Eye, which exploded in a whirlwind of ice and wind, ending the blizzard. As the party returned to Donasa, the sun's warm rays bathed the village in a golden light, signaling the end of the ordeal. The adventurers faced a difficult choice: to shatter the image of their protector and hero, Anna Jar, or uphold her legend. Ultimately, they decided to keep her secret, allowing the townspeople to continue their admiration for their savior. In gratitude, the village showered the adventurers with food and trinkets, while Anna bestowed upon them the Mark of the Storm. This powerful artifact granted its user the ability to cast the Sleet Storm spell. As the adventurers left Donesa, a crackling sound echoed from the Stone of Sending, hinting at a burst of menacing laughter that foreshadowed future threats unbeknownst to them, and his experiments had attracted forces far more sinister than mere elementals, and their journey was far from over. So I really am liking these stories in this adventure series here. They have a lot of good setups for what could happen later. Moving right on into our very last story of the day, Legend of the Nasto by Remy Wakeford. Suggested player level is about 7 for maybe a group of 4 to 6 players. In a land where the oceans whispered tales of mystery and the skies shimmered with untold secrets, there existed a place called Endenway. It was a land with a rich history and brimming with adventurous spirits. The story unfolds before you is one of bravery, camaraderie, and the relentless pursuit of treasure. The tale begins in the city of Lue, where a motley crew of intrepid souls comes together at the Eagle's Perch, a well-known tavern frequented by sailors and treasure hunters. Here, Juniper, the enigmatic bartender, revealed a map that would set our heroes on a path to find the lost ship, the Nasto, and its fabled treasure. Alongside Juniper, the crew included the strong-willed and able Captain Alexis, the cunning Patridge, the knowledgeable Sibahan, and the ever-resourceful Ogren. Together, they would embark on a treacherous journey aboard their ship, the Perplexia. As they set sail, the crew faced a storm of immense proportions. Despite the raging tempest, they managed to brave the storm and restore the ship, though not without losses. The crew mourned the fallen, but carried on with determination, knowing that the treasure they sought could change their lives. Upon arrival at the uncharted islands of Los, our heroes encountered a group of indigenous people led by the wise and resourceful Adati. An alliance was forged with Adati, and her people agreed to help the crew in their quest for treasure. With renewed vigor, the adventurers trekked through the treacherous lands of Los, solving riddles and deciphering clues that brought them closer and closer to their ultimate goal. As the journey continued, the crew battled against terrifying creatures of the deep, including the fearsome Ture Nari, a kraken of immense power. In a harrowing confrontation, our heroes fought with all their might and ingenuity, eventually besting the formidable beast. The victory was theirs, but the true challenge still lay ahead, finding the Nasto and its elusive treasure. With the aid of a magical wand, the crew delved into the depths of Turanari's land and discovered the remnants of the Nastro. Exploring the wreckage, they uncover a wealth of riches, including gold, gems, artifacts. Among these treasures was a single book encased in a mysterious metal, locked with an arcane spell. The party's resourcefulness allowed them to unlock this book, revealing a powerful float spell that would enable them to raise the Nasto from the ocean floor. The crew worked tirelessly to repair the sunken ship, knowing that releasing the spell prematurely would doom their efforts. After days of labor, the once mighty vessel was restored and brought to the surface. The journey home was one of reflection and triumph. Armed with the newfound wealth and the knowledge of uncharted territories, the crew returned to Lue. To celebrate their hard-won success, the tale of their incredible adventure would become a legend among the people of Endoweth, inspiring future generations to embark on their own quests for glory and treasure. As the sun set on the horizon, the crew gathered at the Eagle's Perch once more, raising toasts to their accomplishments and the bonds they had forged. As the final echoes of their laughter filled the air, Sibahan called out, "Does someone have Arati?" With a smile, the curtain closed on this epic tale and adventure. So what did you guys think of that one? A pirate-themed adventure. I am kind of biased by saying that I really like pirate-themed adventures. I haven't gotten to run one myself yet, but I have made up several. But what do you guys think of those adventures today? If you liked them, make sure to leave it down in the comments. If you have played them, please let me know how it went. And if you did get a chance to both download it and have fun playing it, maybe give $1 or $2 to the person who made it. But until next time, I'll see you later. Oh, with me and Mr. Chicken going. How's my boy?
Clone lifter. Oh, okay.
First, we win.
Because that's what we need. That's what we need. Okay, thank you.